you'd have to have very, very reasonable follow with which is doing well. Exactly when you're going to be there. That would be for just changing
Hi. This is a big adventure out. Are they all vaccinated now?
The other three of them are getting vaccinated on Sunday. These two got vaccinated on Thursday. My daughter-in-law dropped them off. She had to go back to work. And they both had a reaction. But they were good. They just slept a lot. Yeah. The little one went to sleep at 7 and got up at 9 the next day. So they've been laying around. Now they're okay. So it wasn't too bad.
Well, thank you for helping put this service together.
Pardon me?
Thank you for helping put this service together.
My pleasure. I don't usually come on Friday nights. I am so tired. I pass out watching. I get up at 6 every morning.
Are you going to come though to our next adult education, which is filled with artists?
When is it?
On Thursdays from 12:30 to 1:30. It's on Zoom.
I have to look. I've been taking this very, very intensive, immersive course out of Israel to speak Israeli. You know, I never learned to read and write. Right. And they're teaching us script, and I'm like,
okay. So we are, I have 5 artists coming over the next 5 weeks.
I don't think so.
I have 5 artists coming over the next 5 weeks, 5 Jewish artists. So I think it's right up your alley.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah.
When is it? Thursday?
Thursdays, 12:30 to
You're
1:30.
talking about lunch and learn?
Yeah, lunch and
Oh,
learn.
I'll try this time.
Yeah.
Let me see what I have.
Next week is Joanne Fink. Do you know Joanne?
No.
Yeah, she's fabulous. She's quite a powerhouse.
This is the course I've been taking. It's out of Israel. And they have practice groups and just
Testing
goes on
1,
and on.
2, 3. Testing 1, 1, 2.
Anyway, I feel if I'm talking, I have to come. I'll try and come more often.
There's plenty of room to spread out, so
It's not that. I just get very tired.
Yeah.
And he came at 6:30 and come home at 10:30. I can't do that.
Yeah.
So I came at 7.
Good.
Anyway, it's very good to see you in person. I want to have you guys over again.
Oh, we'd love that. You should come over to our house as well.
Yes.
Richard's got an art exhibit that's opening. He's part of it. Richard's part of an art exhibit, an art show that's opening tomorrow at the Della Plain. So, yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. My girlfriend from Buenos Aires just had an exhibit in D.C. No, it's in Kensington, actually. I'd like him to meet some of these people. Everyone's vaccinated. She doesn't have a car, though. We have to get her. I have such wonderful artist friends that he would enjoy.
Yeah.
You enjoy them, too.
Yeah, I would. So anyway, I think you'll like this course. It's I'm interviewing Jewish artists.
Is his stuff online for the show?
I don't know if the Della Plane's putting it online. So, but it's open. It's only a 3.5-week show, and then it's closed.
Where is it?
Della Plane in Frederick, Maryland.
Oh, I can go see that. When's it opening?
Tomorrow.
Oh, till when?
I'd have to pull it up. Yeah.
Let me know. Maybe we'll run over and take a look.
Yeah. It's 3 weeks. So 3 weeks.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you. Well, no. I mean, this is my first time here. I'm a guest cantor. That's okay. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Hello. Nice to see you. Shabbat Shalom. I don't know about that. I mean, well, thank you. Thank you for having me. No, I think it's amazing. Right. Okay.
You can stand, yes, stand here. You got to be right on top.
Oh, okay. That's where it is. I have
No, you don't. This one. You have to be one step upstairs.
and people will know if they know what they're reading.
I hope so. Otherwise, they're going to have to turn around and give them a microphone and they can read there because I have no paper. Excellent. Thank you, Cindy.
That's why I just wanted to make it easy for you. I'm into easy. Right.
I don't mind. I mean, I don't Shabbat Shalom, everybody. What a nice crowd we have here for the social action service. And I know that we always have a nice crowd now online as well watching streaming. So Shabbat Shalom to those that are here. Shabbat Shalom to those that are watching the streaming, including my husband, right? So this Shabbat we are blessed with yet another sound, a musical sound. I'd like to welcome to our bima an old friend cantor, Nancy Ginsberg. She and I go back a long way, a few years, quite a number of years.
I'm a personal fan.
And Cantor Ginsberg is from Baltimore, so we connected through the Baltimore connection when I moved to Baltimore. We actually reconnected at that point, and it's so wonderful to have here, so thank you for being on the bima with us. This is, of course, our social action service where we celebrate our social action committee, and you'll be hearing not just from Cantor Ginsberg and myself, but also from social action members as well leading the service. Going to begin with a song that we have sung before, Olam Chesed Yibaneh, meaning this world will be built from Chesed, Chesed being loving kindness or love. This beautiful melody written by Menachem Creditor.
And of course, the easy part is the nigun part, and that kind of goes like this. Yada-dai, dai-dai, yada-dai-dai. So just try that with me. Yada-dai, dai-dai, yada-dai-dai. Oh, you guys realize I love a singing congregation. So, oh my gosh, you are a cantor's dream. So let's try that again. And that just keeps coming up after each little phrase, so you'll know it. And as you follow along in the words, and there's a lot of Olam Chesed Yibaneh there, and you'll just catch on, and like the rabbi said, you've done this before, so it might be familiar. You just might not have done it in a little bit. So let's try it. Olam Chesed Yibaneh, Yadadai, Dadai, Dadai, Dadai. Olam Chesed Yibaneh, Yadai, Yadai, Dadai. Olam Chesed Yibaneh, Yadai, Dadai, Dadai, Dadai. Olam Chesed Yibaneh, Yadai, Dadai, Dadai, Dadai. Now we're going to do the English. I will build this world from love. Yadai, Dadai, Dadai, Dadai. And you must build this world from love. Yadai, Dadai, Dadai, Dadai. And if you build this world from love, Yadai, Dadai, Dadai, Dadai. Then God will build this world from love. Yadai, Dadai, Dadai, Dadai.
I'd like to invite Terry Clayman to come forward to light candles.
O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Bless all who enter the sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love. Help me perfect my ways of loving and caring. Inspire me to make myself whole, so that I may honor your name and create a world of justice and peace.
This is why I have a selection now.
You have a big selection.
You're so well prepared.
Everybody wants something different, so it's like.
These are the good ones. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahalik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
I'd like to invite another Social Action Committee member, Judy Silver-Weisberg, to come up and lead us in this next reading.
These are the days when we seek things for ourselves and measure failure by what we do not gain. On Shabbat, we seek not to acquire, but to share. There are days when we exploit nature as if it were a horn of plenty and can never be exhausted. On Shabbat, we stand in wonder before the mystery of creation. There are days when we act as if we cared nothing for the rights of others. On Shabbat, we remember that justice is our duty and a better world our goal. So we embrace Shabbat, day of rest, day of wonder, day of peace.
Thank you.
We continue with the singing of Ki Eshmera Shabbat, which says, as I observe the Sabbath, God watches over me. It is a sign forever between God and me. And this is a wonderful melody from Baghdad. Ki Eshmera Shabbat, El Yishmereni. Ki Eshmera Shabbat, El Yishmereni. Oti le'ol me'ad beno uveini. Oti le'ol me'ad beno uveini. Ki Eshmera Shabbat, El Yishmereni. Ki Eshmera Shabbat, El Yishmereni.
We welcome Shabbat by not just saying Shabbat Shalom to each other as we come in, but also greeting the bride, the Queen Shabbat, by also greeting angels on Shabbat. Because on Shabbat we open ourselves out to create community, not just here in this physical room, but also in the spiritual realm. We unite ourselves with that which is above and that which is below, and we become a spiritual community together. Let's begin with the Shabbat bride, Lecha Dodi.
Lecha Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Lecha Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Hishmi'anu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad, u'shemo echad, L'shem ol tiferet v'litihila. Lecha Dodi, Lecha Dodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, Ki hi mikor haberacha, Meherosh mikedem nesucha. Sof ma'aseh b'machshavat tchila. Lecha Dodi, Lecha Dodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri, Ki va'orei kumi ori, uri, shir daberi. Kivod Adonai alayich nigla. Lecha Dodi, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי כלה, בואי כלה, לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
Beautiful bride, and now the beautiful angels, we welcome them into our sanctuary.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem leshalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Barakuni leshalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem leshalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We continue with the Chatzi Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
V'yalma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei. B'chayechon u'vyomechon u'v'chayei techol beit Yisrael. Bahagala, bahagala, ובזמן קריב ואמרו
Amen.
יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם עולם מעלמיה יתברך יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דהמירן בעלמה ואמרו
Amen. We rise for the Baruch.
Lai 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 ya lai lai ya lai 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 ya lai 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 ya lai 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 ya lai 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 ya lai 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 lai. Barechu et Adonai HaMevorach. Barechu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach leolam va'ed. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach leolam va'ed.
This is an hour of change, and within it we stand uncertain, on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? Let's read together. Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv aravim.
Please join me as we proclaim God's love for the people Israel with Ahavat Olam. Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amecha ahaveta, Amcha ahaveta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadeta, Otanu limadeta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu b'shochbeinu uvkumenu na'asiach b'chukecha v'nizmach b'divrei toratecha uv'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed ki hem chayenu Ve'orech yameinu uvahem nege yomam v'layla nege yomam v'layla ve'ahavatcha al tasir mimenu le'olamim Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed.
be seated.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בהם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקישרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Let's read responsively. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth. The
High heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love.
From bondage we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way.
Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we have overcome oppressive forces.
Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed.
Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea. Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nehedar ba'kodesh, norah tehilot o seifele, norah tehilot o seifele, ya bye bye bim 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 bam, ya bye bye bim bam, ya bye bye bim 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 bam, ba ba bye bye bim bam, ay 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 ay, ya bye bye bim bam, ay 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 ay, ya bye bye bim bam. Mahalechutecha ra'u vanecha, bokei ayam lifnei Moshe uMiriam, ze Eli anu ve'amru, ze Eli anu ve'amru, ya bye bye bim 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 bam, ya bye bye bim bam, ya bye bye bim 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 bam, ya bye bye bim bam, ay 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 ay, ya bye bye bim bam, ay 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 ay, ya bye bye bim bam. ונאמר כי פדרנו את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
Let's read together. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will.
Baruch Ata Adonai, Haporeh Sukkot Shalom Aleinu V'al Kol Amo Yisrael V'al Yerushalayim.
I'd like to invite one of the co-chairs of our Social Action Committee to lead us in the next reading. Cindy, if you would like to come up.
And this is for my friend Gail Miller. We are a people in whom the past endures, in whom the present is inconceivable without moments gone by. The Exodus lasted a moment enduring forever. What happened once upon a time happens all the time.
Thank you. We rise for the tefillah.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim טובים וקונה הכל וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Please be seated. I'd like to invite, I think they can come up together, Sue and Steve Sternheimer, to come up to lead us in our next readings. You're okay coming up together, right?
I think so.
Disturb us, Adonai, ruffle us from our complacency. Make us dissatisfied with the peace of ignorance, the quietude which arises from a shunning of the horror, the defeat, the bitterness, and the poverty, physical and spiritual, of humans. Shock us, Adonai. Deny to us the false Shabbat, which gives us the delusions of satisfaction amid a world of war and hatred. Wake us, O God, and shake us from the sweet and sad poignancies rendered by half-forgotten melodies and rubric prayers of yesteryears. Make us know that the border of the sanctuary is not the border of living, and make me walk on your temple wall, or your
And the walls?
It didn't put right. Make the walls of your temples, or your temples are not shelters from the winds of truth, justice, and reality. Disturb us, O God, and vex us. Let not your Shabbat be a day of torpor and slumber. Let it be a time to be stirred and spurred to action.
Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat.
You are with us in our prayers, our love, and our doubt, in our longing to feel your presence and do your will. You are the still, clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble, when pain clouds the mind, we look inward for the answer to our prayers. There may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. And let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service.
Baruch atah Adonai she'otcha levadcha b'yirah na'avod. Thank you so much. So we haven't met for 2 weeks at services. So I'm curious, what are you thankful for? What has arisen in your lives for which you give thanks this week? Yes?
Our young grandchildren are getting vaccinated.
Okay, make sure that you, when you speak, that you keep yourself covered. Your young grandchildren are getting vaccinated? Awesome. How many people's grandchildren are getting vaccinated? One of the best parts of Facebook, and it's not, at the moment Facebook is not very much in favor, is opening it up and seeing all those pictures of 5 to 11-year-olds this morning getting vaccinated. That was just like so exciting to me. What else are we thankful for? Yes, Judy.
I'm very thankful that I got to take a trip up to Massachusetts a few weeks ago to visit my first cousin, who's quite a bit younger than I am, who's doing some genealogy project. And I had photos that he didn't ever see or know people. And he actually had a nephew that he met through DNA who wanted to her great-grandparents.
Wow.
So it's kind of like a real feeling. I'm now in the matriarchs, I guess.
So we are thankful for travel to see family and also for connections and traditions that we have in our lives. How beautiful. Shalshelet Kabbalah, yes, the chain of tradition, receiving that chain of tradition. Other things we are thankful for. I am thankful for all of you coming out on this cold, wintry night.
Thankful that my husband, who is very brave, sustained an unpleasant dental procedure and came out smiling.
We are thankful for dental procedures that leave us smiling. And on that note, we have a new Modim Anachnu Lach that I don't believe you know. We're breaking out a little bit here, but that's the advantage of having cantors and cantorial soloists from all over. They bring new music. So this is a really beautiful Modim Anachnu Lach by a cantor from Florida, Rochelle Nelson.
The same cantor who wrote the Shema that we sang.
No, that was Speaker Pick.
Oh, right, not the Shema, but
The
Baruch Hu, sorry.
Yes.
Baruch Hu. She wrote the Baruch Hu, and now she wrote this piece. Modim anachnu lach, you are our God, rock of our life. Modim anachnu lach, you are our God, shield of salvation, forever and ever. Modim anachnu lach, forever. Morning, noon, and night, modim anachnu lach. Modim anachnu lach. We sing your praises, we sing your praises. Modim anachnu lach. Compassionate one, merciful Lord, forever and ever. Modim anachnu lach forever. Morning, noon, and night, modim anachnu lach. Our lives are in your hands. Our souls are in your keeping. Your miracles around us day by day. Our lives are in your hands. Our souls are in your keeping. Your never-ending love has always, never-ending love has been our hope. We will never stop praising your name. We will never stop praising your name. Praising your name. Your name. A prayer for peace. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata hu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki ata hu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov be'einecha livarech et amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Baruch Ata Adonai Hamivarech et Amo Yisrael Bashalom.
Amen.
Blessed are you, Adonai, who makes peace.
We pray silently.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. ואמרו amen.
We rise for Seder Kriyat HaTorah, the reading of Torah on Shabbat.
על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים. I'm always amazed when rabbis time it so perfectly.
So, we are here this week at Parashat Toldot, the generations of Isaac. And I have to tell you, it was a bit of a challenge. I read through the portion and I was like, how am I going to relate this to social action? Right? There seems to be very little in the portion that is social action oriented, but I think I came up with something. So I'm going to be reading from the beginning of the portion. And if you remember how the generations of Isaac starts, it starts with Rebekah, Isaac's wife, being pregnant. But she's just not pregnant with one baby. She's pregnant with two babies. And these two babies, well, they like to wrestle in her womb. And this is going to become a metaphor for what happens in their life. Two twins that were more different you could not find. You have Esau, who is like this wild man that likes to hunt and eat meat. And you have Jacob, who likes to stay home and cook and hang out with his mother and hang with the sheep, right? Very different in personalities. And Isaac favors the older son Esau and treats him better than he treats Jacob. And Rebekah favors Jacob and treats him better than Esau. The parenting styles of Isaac and Rebekah amplify the differences between the two sons, setting them up for even more conflict as our story goes on. And I think this is a lesson for all of us, that when we treat people as unequals, or a racial group as less than us, or somebody that's different than as different to us and not as superior, we set up a scenario where there is going to be discontent in society. We need to figure out how we make this world, as much as possible, a level playing field for every race, sexuality, person that is in society. And that's tikkun olam. That's repair of the world. So we're entering a time in the Torah that's not so social action oriented, but has a lesson for each of us. To bring kavod, to bring respect to people that are the same as us, but also very different to us. And when we do that, we create a better world. I'm going to ask the congregation to lead us in the blessings, and Cantor Nancy Ginsburg and I will respond. So please. Baruch Adonai v'rak le'olam va'ed. Amen. V'yitratzatzu habanim b'kirba, and the children wrestled in her womb. V'toma im ken lama ze anochi, and she said, if it's going to be like this, why on earth am I living? V'telech lidrosh et Adonai, and she went to inquire of God. V'yomeh Adonai la, and God said to her, Shnei goyim bevitnecha v'shnei le'umim mim'ayich yifredu. There are two nations in your womb, and two peoples will come forth from your loins. Ule'um mil'umi amatz, and the younger let me think about this, how I can word it. One group will be mightier than the other. Mightier is a good word here. Will be stronger than the other. V'rav ya'avod sa'ir. And the older will serve the younger. V'yimalu yamim laledet. V'hinei tumim bebitna. And it came for her days to give birth. And behold, she had twins in her womb. V'yetzeh harishon admoni kulo ka'aderet se'ah. And the first one came out, and he was very red, and it was like he had a hairy coat. V'yiku shmo Esav, and they called his name Esav. V'achare ken yatsa achiv, and after this his brother came out. V'yado achozet be'ekev Esav, and his hand grasped the heel of Esav. V'yikra shmo Yaakov, and they called his name Jacob. V'yitzchak ben shishim shana baledet otam, and Isaac was 60 years old when the children were born. The blessing afterwards. Shabbat. Amen. The Torah out, the conduit a little bit more open between us and the heavens. We ask for healing. Mishaberach.
Mishaberach avo Avotenu Mikor habracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen.
We pray for healing for Chaya Bat Esther, Barbara Hurwitz, Marilyn Blinder, Honey Kurlander, and Renee Mankoff. If you have the name of someone who you are praying for healing for, that you have permission to share, I invite you to do so as my hand meets your gaze. Peter Joseph.
Mishaberach imotenu Mikor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
We rise as the Torah is dressed and returned to the ark.
Ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba bim bam, ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba, ya ba ba ba, ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba bim bam, ya ba ba ba, ya ba 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 bam. Oh ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba bim bam. Ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba, ya ba ba ba, ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba bim bam, ya ba ba ba, ya ba 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 ba. Oh ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba bim bam. Ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba, ya ba ba ba, ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba bim bam, ya ba ba ba, ya ba 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 bam.
So one of the highlights of our social action service is actually finding out what new projects, what activities our social action committee is doing. And we are so blessed and fortunate to have two amazing chairs for our social action committee this year. Laura Seiner and is the first one that I'm going to be calling up. And I'm going to ask her to share a little bit about what one project of the Social Action Committee, and then Cindy Lisson is going to come up, her co-chair, and share another. I am going to let you use this microphone. It's a little bit better. So please. Oh, there we go. Over here? Why don't you use the microphone over here?
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Actually, we have
Shalom.
something a little longer to talk about, but we'll keep it brief. As you know, we're involved in many projects. We have such a diverse group of people who take part in social action. Right now, one of the newest things that we're working on that I'm pulling together is how to help the Afghan refugees. And the biggest thing I've learned recently is that it takes a village, a very big village, even to help one refugee. And on November 10th, I've asked Mike Mitchell to speak to us via Zoom on how we could go about partaking in this effort. I've also invited all the clergy for OMI, and I'm inviting all of you to please ask your friends, neighbors, they don't have to be part of Bet Aviv. One of the things we're working on is to increase our presence out in the community and hopefully attract new members. And the way to do that is to invite them on the many projects we have going on. We had a whole list, but since I was asked only to speak about one, I'm putting my emphasis on the newest. And I thank all of you who take part in social action and do so much to feed the hungry, to clothe our neighbors, to help our environment. And I want to take this moment to thank you all for your wonderful participation. Cindy, you're on. Thank you, Reverend.
Thank you.
Shabbat Shalom, Chaverim.
Shabbat Shalom.
Well, I just wanted to, in addition to talking very briefly about a project that many of us are aware of, I did want to say that when I was listening to Sue Sternheimer talk about, in her reading about being disturbed, I really thought it was amazing to put that together with our Social Action Committee, because we are disturbed by what our difficulties are in our community. And because we are part of Bet Aviv, and we understand the obligation to practice Tikkun Olam. It's our responsibility to do our part to improve the world, to repair the world, and we do not have to make it perfect, but we do need to do our part, and that's what we're all about in our Social Action Committee. And what I would like to also say, that Laura discussed the diversity of interests of the projects that we do, and I think it's really important to emphasize the point that we embrace the notion that what appeals to one person is different than what appeals to another person. And the Tikkun Olam is a very broad concept. Now, I have been exceedingly jealous of my friend Terry Clayman because her Tikkun Olam is the most beautiful visual. She loves to organize and prepare the knitting of hats to assist people in need who are cold. Other people get involved in feeding hungry people. Shel Ginsburg is now known as Shel Green Ginsburg because of her environmental interests. And I'm sorry, I'm not naming everyone, but there are so many people with different approaches and concerns that we gather under our Social Action Committee. My special interest is involvement in our civic world. I have become engaged with projects sponsored by the political advocacy arm in Washington, D.C. of the Religious Action Center. And as many of you know, on November 14th, the Social Action Committee, in concert with our sisterhood and our men's club, will be inviting one of the most interesting fellows I've met in recent times, one of the professional lobbyists on Capitol Hill who works with the RAC. And in connection with that, I've been working and I've been nagging you all, and I'm going to do it again, to participate in a phone campaign to advise our senators, Cardin and Van Hollen, and President Biden to work very hard to pass voting rights legislation that is currently pending in Congress. Don't listen to the media who thinks that this is not going to work. We are going to move forward, practice tikkun olam, and ensure, as Rabbi Joseph talked about, that the playing field is equal and that all Americans can participate reasonably in our political environment. So just to add a little footnote, you might have seen my emails that have come through our communications officer, Linda Feldmesser. Thank you, Linda. We appreciate you so much. Please make a registration with the RAC. It's 3 phone calls. That's it. But if you link on, you can do it, and we can tell Yuri, who's going to be visiting with us on November 14th, how fantastic Bet Aviv is in practicing tikkun olam in our political world. In any event, I will close by saying we've organized ourselves so that we have 4 meetings a year every quarter, so it's not too terrible. We're not endlessly meeting. And Zoom has been a very big plus for us because we meet at Zoom and we exchange our views and our information. And just to finalize my comment, I know I'm going on too long, but hey, it's fun. Just to finalize my comment, I would like you to all know that we practice in our Social Action Committee tikkun olam, and we get rewarded by the tremendous joy and pleasure of the friendships we're making. So with that, please join us, and Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. So, the Aleinu is about creating a better world. It's saying that the world will be more perfect and everything will be equal, and we will live in a world that is filled with justice. It's the prayer we use to conclude our service, and I can't think of a more fitting tribute to what that was just spoken by our social action chairs than these words. So please rise with us, Aleinu.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Please be seated. ונאמר.
ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד ושמו אחד ושמו אחד.
When I die, give what's left of me away to children and old men that wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brother walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give to me. I want to leave you something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people I've known or loved, and if you cannot give me away, at least let me live in your eyes and not in your mind. You can love me best by letting hands touch hands, by letting bodies touch bodies, and by letting go of children that need to be free. Love doesn't die. People do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. On this Shabbat, we remember those who are recently departed. Carol Friedhofer, our former member, wife of Jeff Friedhofer. Edna Liu, mother of Bradford Liu. Harold Rappaport, husband of Ellen Rappaport. And Peter Pollack, husband of Judy Ferraro. And we recall the yahrzeits of Francis Abramowitz, Hyman Alexander Berg, Mark Birnbaum, William Blinder, Alice Brill, Robert Brill, Janet Bromberg, Samuel Cohen, Alice Don, Sidney Dubik, Sylvia Edelstein, Annette Fastow, Solomon Gluck, Abraham Huber, Isaac Klein, Aaron Lapin, Edwin Levine, Lawrence Levy, Yetta Perlman, Maya Reisner, Thelma Seabrands, Robert Sugarman, and Richard Tobin. If it is your custom, we invite you to rise for Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabbah, v'yalma divrach hiroteh v'yamlich machoteh, v'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, v'gala uv'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam olamei amaya. Yiparach v'yishtabach v'yipa'al v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitada v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei t'kudsha b'richu. De'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Damiran b'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Ose shalom b'mromav, huya ase shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen.
Ose shalom b'mromav, huya ase shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru. Amen.
We welcome to our Bima, our President, Aziz Zaina, to share with us some announcements.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Rabbi, for yet another sterling service in Tampa. You introduced us as new melodies. You know, you get bored singing the same thing over and over again. You gave us something new. Thank you. I actually have announcements. They keep to grow week after week. All of these, by the way, are in What's New with the links that you need to go to get to them. On Wednesday, November 10th, there's the Sisterhood Book Club. Thursday, November 11th, is Lunch and Learn. This one, I believe, deals with Jewish artists, which should be of interest to a number of people here. On On Sunday, November 14th at 10 a.m., we have the Sisterhood Men's Club Social Action Critical Issues. I'm going to have to get the link to that to find out what that's all about. Wednesday, November 17th, the Jewish Book Council program. Again, there's a link to that on What's New. November 18th is Lunch and Learn. November 19th, well, usually I don't announce Shabbat services because they're Shabbat services and they're here. But in this case, we are gaining a new member of the people of Israel by conversion. Unfortunately, I don't remember the name. The rabbi can probably fill that in. But it's always good to add one of us rather than subtract. Thank you all very much for coming, and Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. It has been a pleasure. Thank you, Cantor Ginsberg, for being here with us.
Thank you.
We are going to end as we began with a song that talks about building this world from chesed, from loving kindness, from love. Let's do this together. I, you, we, and God.
Olam chesed yibaneh, yaradai dai dai, yaradai dai. 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 I will build this world from love. Yaradai dai dai, yaradai dai. And you must build this world from love. Yaradai dai dai, yaradai dai. And if you build this world from love, yaradai dai dai, yaradai dai, then God will build this world from love. Yaradai dai dai, yaradai dai dai.
Let's rise and be together, both virtually, for those of you on streaming and those in the room. Hine matov.
Hine matov umanayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddishanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu, zikaron lemaaseh v'reishit, ki hu yom techila lemikra'ei kodesh, zecher letziat mitzrayim. Kivanu vacharta, viotanu kidashta, mikol hamim, vishabat kodecha, biahava uvratzon, hinchaltanu. Baruch ata Adonai Mikadesh HaShabbat. Amen.
I'm always so generous with the wine here. Such a lot of it. A blessing of challah.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'te'avon.
Thank you so much to the Social Action Committee for the work they do, but also for this beautiful service. Thank you so much, Cantor Nancy Ginsberg, for leading us in prayer. And Shabbat Shalom. Have a fabulous weekend. Enjoy the sunshine.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Oh, it is so my pleasure. So my pleasure. Huh? Well, so here's the deal. I've been doing this a really long time, and I finally got it. So I know the congregation, I know this is a singing congregation, so I purposely pitch things where I know people can sing.
Shabbat Shalom. It's so great to see you.
There's no point, right?
You know, it feels like we don't see each other as much anymore. Right?
Manhattan? Upper East Side? No way. I used to, when I was in seminary at HUC, I lived right across the street.
To see you around. So what's been your retirement?
And that's what my parents had their apartment on 93rd and 2nd. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Oh my God. A landsman. So we eventually moved out to Long Island to Great Neck. So I went to Great Neck. But at the time, I really hated leaving the city. So I was always back in the city because I went to Manhattan Prep. I went to Manhattan School of Music Prep Division on the weekends. Yeah. Okay. And I went to Camp Scattacoke. It was a Jewish camp, but not like a Jewish camp. But it was in Elizaville, New York, and because my family has a house or had a house in Massachusetts in the Berkshires. I know. It was the way we did it. Oh my gosh, yeah. Right, sure. Oh my gosh. Right? Right. Thank you. It's so my pleasure to be here. Thank you, Shabbat Shalom. Thank you. Shabbat Shalom. Oh, it's always good to hear something different, right? Or a different interpretation of an old song. Right.
Shabbat shalom.
Turns out exhibited rash. One of our sons is a,
Oh my God.
he corrected it.
That's pretty exciting.
Thank you, we enjoyed the.
Well, thank you. I enjoyed being here. Yeah, wonderful having you. I look forward to coming back in December.
December. Where are you
We like it so much we're making it back twice.
based in?
So I am actually the manager of Pastoral Ministries at Hillcrest Village, which is a Erickson property. It's a retirement community. It's got about 2,400 residents, mostly independent living, 96 percent of it. It's in Parkville near White Marsh. Yeah, and then I live all the way up in Bel Air. Just moved there 2 months ago. I love it wasn't my choice. We were renting, and our landlord said we have 60 days to get out. So finding a house in this market was not easy, but God was with us, and we got very lucky. We were really blessed. Is there anything I can help you with?
No, it's I'm the Ozzy and I, President and I are the tech person. Because that's the way it works in congregations like this. So
So I do services at Oak Crest once a month, and then I go to Edenwald, where Floyd is,
Yeah.
once a month.
do you get to do services with Floyd?
No, he's so funny. He's the one
It's
who
like, cause he's like your old partner in crime.
right. But so he says I do services once a month and you do services once a month. He's like, but I'm taking a busman's holiday when you're here. So I have to be a cold boat twice, which is fine. It just makes me have to stay on top of things in terms of writing sermons.
Well, the advantage of having a service like this is I don't have to write my sermon. I just say something about the problem.
Right, and you just have to introduce people. Where does this go? Somebody gave me this.
Ozzy will put it away. Yes, Victoria, we love you. We'll get it. Drive safe.
Thank you, thank you.
Appreciate you coming up.
I appreciate it. It was so much fun. You know, when people sing with you, it allows you to enjoy the text a little more. People seem to like my low keys. Oh, thank you. I'll see you in December. I look forward to it.
They did a really nice.
Yes. Well, I was so happy. Yes, indeed.
I want to welcome you back.
Hey,
Welcome back. Good to see you.
how are you?
Good. How are you feeling?
Good.
Drive safe
Thank you.
and send my regards on.
I will indeed.
Do you need a hand with the electronic stuff?
The electronics, I need somebody to go and turn the projector off. Do you know which one it is? It's the one that's velcroed up and you press the stop on that.
Need the gallery in Frederick. We'll go see. I thought I was.
Yeah, so, okay, so you've not been to the Delaplane before? The Delaplane Gallery before? So it's their art school and gallery. It's like the major gallery in Frederick. It's very beautiful. They've had, right. Okay. Shoot me an email and or text me and I'll. Okay.
Oh,
Thank you.
I didn't think they wanted it. Wait a second.
Oh. This is to the. Yeah. Do you not know how to use it? Yeah, you gotta. You gotta. There you go. Thanks for bringing it to me. I appreciate it. That's okay. Thank you, Victoria. It was a lot less stressful this week than it was last time. The sound, I think, was great. I don't know because the sound is different with the streaming. In the room it was good, but my husband will let me know when I get home.
Okay, that's what some folks told me.
Yeah.
They said, we didn't get any calls, so
You know,
that's good. No calls means
no calls is a good thing. Exactly. Oh my gosh, everything's dropping everywhere. Bang, 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 bang. That's not good. Okay, let's pick everything up.
You right, Rabbi?
Yeah, I just dropped everything. I think everything fell apart, so let me just put it back together. What's this? And there's 2 batteries there. Maybe I should bring my basket in here.
Yeah.
A better
We're gonna take this line of chairs out and stack it there, because you're gonna need one to set up for CBS. No, you do the other side.
Just one on each, just one right on the end.
At the end, because they're gonna come, the groom and the bride, whatever, they're gonna come down that alley. Yeah, you gotta pick it up, you're gonna stack it on this side. Oh, just stack it?
Right.
Yes, because he's gonna use it, you have to close it for the position. But being that you're doing this side, guess what? You're the one who gets to put this podium away. And you get to take the altar there. But you wanna leave it close by, because you gotta put it back up.
I'm coming back in, folks. I'm just to get
Yes.
the rest of my stuff, okay?
Yes. Just leave it close by where you can get to it, John. Always play smart. You know that, right? My favorite words.
And do these chairs need to be stacked anywhere specific?
No, because you're gonna just bring them. Remember, this is closed.
Yeah, I just wanna make sure.
No. You wanna leave it close by, just like the altar. You wanna leave it right here. I love how you clap and thought that you were at it.
I definitely did. That's how we abandoned you.
And then this podium is gonna stay where is it at? And the mic on the stand in the middle of the stage.
Okay.
Cool.
Do they need a podium? They need one podium.
They're gonna, but
organize their sound system. And that goes in the corner. If you don't know where it goes at, when you get in there, you open that up, just ask your compadre right there. He knows it all.
A source for OMI.
Oh, we still behind, so don't worry.
Best thing I ever bought was a chain to put my keys on.
Oh, see, now you have a basket. I have one like that, but in blue.
Yep. We love Aldi's. That's our favorite store.
I like Aldi's. Aldi's and Sam are my grocery shopping store.
See, we are Costco people, but that's okay. I'll still talk to you.
Yeah, what?
We're Costco people. We prefer Costco to Sam's Club. No, I think it's what you're used to. So there's
Josh, that podium don't go there. No, let him put it where it's supposed to go. Neatly in the corner inside the storage.
Oh, you want to exit the storage area? I thought you was...
No, because you don't need it. The Baptists don't need it. It gets put away into the next service here.
That's my fault, you know.
You can't let him fail now. He's not supposed to fail. He's supposed to succeed.
Failure is necessary in some cases.
Yeah, yes.
not in this one apparently.
Alright. I'm the mother hen around here. No. I have these nice little I didn't see security.
There was no security here?
I didn't see them. Josh, are you sure you saw security today?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did.
Did they come in the building?
They didn't come in the building, but I saw somebody
Just walking around outside.
Okay,
The
because I
person in
looked.
charge of our security was here, so I think he
Okay.
would have, said.
Yeah, because
he
I
would have
was
said
looking
something.
for them.
Yeah. I thank you. I will see you.
Yes. Josh? KJ? Please walk Rabbi to her car. All the way to the vehicle until she cranks it up and say, move out the way, because she...
Unless the security guy's there, in which case they're off duty.
But if they there, then you guys can come back in. Okay?
Thank you. And make sure they won't do out.
Rabbi Deshavis. Shabbat Shalom.
they do for stand.
Yeah, yes, that's right. You need it for but that chair gotta go.
All right, and it doesn't have to be a boom mic, right?
No, can't be a boom mic. Here's one over here. There's a nice one over here. And it's gonna go in the middle.
What about this, the Yum Dinger here?
I have it. That's me.
I was gonna fire Ben these drinks out.
For real?
Hit him with it. Go for it, unless it's unholy. You can get some curse. God got me. Dab me up. God got me.
Did you see how I took that down? Same way, good, take it up.
Yeah, we helped the guy take it down last week.
Wait, we need this mic, right? Yeah. Because we need the mic stand.
Yeah, I'm about to grab this mic.
Whoa, this mic looks new.
Huh?
You said this partition stays open?
You didn't hear me. You did not hear. You didn't hear a word that I said.
You said something about a partition being open?
No, I didn't say that. This position, because I eventually gonna stop doing it. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you gonna retire?
I'm already retired.
You and Keisha just gonna leave Mike alone, huh? Y'all just.
I'm gonna be here for a couple more years, but what I'm
okay.
saying is, eventually, I want to, this job, this guy named Emil who used to work here,
Mm-hmm.
he started. When he got sick, Luis did it. When Luis got married, I've been doing it ever since.
Got you.
I set up for them, I break down for them. And then during the high holidays when you make the most money.
Will do. High holidays. Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Merry Christmas. Y'all know the deal. Y'all know what it is. You know what I mean? Alright.
There's a meeting in my bed. Woke up on the right side of the bed. What's up with this Prince song inside my head? I'm down if you're down till you're down.
Yo, you are not singing the song I think you're singing. Oh my God.
just took it to the side. All right. She'll know if we mishandle that tablecloth.
I gave you $100 to remove it.
What height?
You're kidding. Ain't no way.
Shut up. Stop playing with that.
That's not true.
Oh my gosh, did I just, oh, I thought that was wet. That's because it's so clean.
That's on me.
Okay. Did you finish on that side?
Yeah. Should be, yeah.
You did? Need to close all that partition and close the lights. Okay, Dave. First thing I asked you earlier, hold it. I asked you one thing earlier. Balance those chairs out to 7. Balance them out, please. Okay? Okay. If I was you, I have all your petition close to it. CBS. No, because you're gonna use them again. You're gonna use that, because one side is gonna have 6, one is gonna have 5. Okay? So, what he's doing, he's having all his equipment close by. So why you put it far? Put it right. Now, you're supposed to have some music stands and mic stands. You need a boom mic for JW. Okay? You know that real soon you're not going to have to do the mics? Really? They buying the mic that comes down. Oh. Won't that be wonderful? That would be so good. I know you guys. You guys be playing around. I could see you guys that lowering it and making it go up and singing and dancing and.
That's the best desire of life.
Yes, ask Pastor Andrew.
Okay.
Or Miss Janita. They're waiting for it.
All right, Josh. Let's move this altar. You and I together. You can tell me anything. Just remember, Oliver Queen was trained by Raja Ghul, the demon's head. You know how hard you gotta be, not to be the demon, but the demon's head. You know how hard you gotta be, man. You know how hard you gotta be. I'm just saying, man, that man's a demon's head.
But who the demon though?
He is the demon and the demon's head. Ah, so you know 100? There's no in here.
homework.
That wasn't homework. That was not homework.
Maybe, maybe, maybe.
What kind of homework?
Math homework.
Yeah, right.
Rational expressions and quadratic equations. Yes, you was doing homework. You showed it to me. See? See? Vouch.
But you know, what is my word on that?
Oh.
Are you gonna close this?
Okay, now you can close all the petition.
Being done as we speak.
Excuse me, sir.
The demon's head. Now, look here, right now, you with the Batman movie is white. I ain't like that. I use Raja Ghul, but you look like Jason.
My name is Eric. Eric Agul.
Come on, bro. Even though Raja Ghul's daughter's name was Talia. Right? They had a Talia. Or it might have been Talia. Translated, you know what I'm saying? You remember that. Even though I think Raja Ghul is name.
I don't know the Raja Agul or, to be honest.
Ra's al Ghul, basically, if he's a tough fighter, put it like this. If he's a good fighter in DC, he was trained by
Josh?
Yeah?
May I borrow your CJC keys, please?
Where's the, I'm gonna need the letters set up, I guess.
Oh, there is a 6-foot table, small 6-foot table.
It's one of these two. One of the ends.
It has to go right here in the middle.
Like,
I mean, not in the middle, right behind that door, right there.
So like,
Right there.
like right here?
Yes.
Like right
And-
in this space?
Yes.
Okay.
It's the skinny 6-foot table. You'll see it. Were these
The
chairs
white ones?
straightened out? Was these chairs straightened out for the wedding? Make sure that it's straightened out for them.
oh, bro, I didn't even ask you. We call you back. I'm at work. I'm at work. We call you back in like 15 minutes.
You had somebody on the phone who was listening to all our.
No, he wasn't. He literally
He was
just answered.
listening to
He
our
literally just
conversation.
answered. I literally heard, I heard somebody call my phone. I was like, who's calling me? I pick up my phone and he's there. And that's why I said, oh, I'm at work. Let me call you back.
To our conversation.
Was it the white 6-footer?
Yeah.
No, no. Do you see all those 6-footers there? It's the first 6-footers. This is the shortest one.
The wood one, right?
Yes.
didn't give you my keys?
No. I could have sworn that happened. I was there for it.
Yo, I swore I gave you my keys.
I was there. You said it was one of these two keys.
Yeah.
Standing right over there.
I just see it on this see, Daisy, right here. I thought I gave you my keys.
I could have sworn that happened.
You sure? This is not your keys. I'll take one of my keys. Oh, shit. Which one are you? Which one? The one on her, the one on mine. Just put the suitcase. I don't know what key is what. Please, I got you. And then you can lock that up there. I'll shut down these lights here. Okay? I'm trying to remember everything that they wanted. I'll be there with her mom. The way she was talking, we're gonna be very acquainted. Well, she's gonna bring that small little table. We already know where that small box is at. Right? You know that if there would have been a reception here, you know that they would have fed you guys. So you guys gonna have to go with that lamb pizza. And I got a funny feeling that he's just gonna have a burger. I don't see another camera now. You don't have your CJC key? I do. It's just being bootleg. Like two of them working, but they not working. Like it'll turn it, but it won't turn it. I see, look, it's turning, but it's not locking. Okay, then you have to, it's turning, it's the other way. No, you were right. That was turning. You said it was turning. Ah, there we go. Yeah, because it goes the other way. That's where I was standing. I wanted to see if you got it. It goes the other way. Okay. After it gets closed up, this is gonna go over these orders. Do they need the screen down? They need the screen, right?
Do they need the screen?
Oh yeah, they need the screen down. You seen that firsthand, right? Huh? You seen that firsthand? That craziness that just happened.
There's a meeting in my bed. Money, cars, clothes. We can't forget the hoes. Can't forget the hoes. Can't forget the hoes.